This should be one of the loudest places on Earth. For decades, this was the fortress of legends, the stage for miracles, where nearly 100,000 voices became a single roaring force. But October 2025 settles over Barcelona, and this colossal stadium, the Spotify Camp Nou, remains silent. Its gates are locked, its seats are empty, and a question echoes in the silence that was meant to be filled with cheers. Why? The official return was set for August, then September. Now it's October, and the team is still playing elsewhere. The club is losing millions. The fans are waiting in a state of confusion and frustration. This is not just a story about a construction delay. This is a high-stakes mystery of power, money, and safety. A story where the future of one of the world's greatest football clubs hangs in the balance. Stick with us, because we are about to go deep inside the labyrinth of permits, financial paradoxes, and political standoffs that are keeping this giant locked. And it all starts not with a bang, but with a document and a stamp that said no. To understand the present, we must first look at the trail of broken promises. The club's grand vision was a €1.5 billion transformation, a stadium fit for the 21st century. The exit from the old Camp Nou in May 2023 was meant to be temporary. The first major target, a triumphant return for the club's 125th anniversary in November 2024. That date came and went without it ever really seeming realistic. The next target became the prestigious Juan Gamper Trophy, the club's annual pre-season curtain raiser, scheduled for August 10, 2025. The club itself officially confirmed this date, launching a We Return Home campaign that flooded the city with excitement. But August 10 arrived, and the Camp Nou remained closed. The Juan Gamper Trophy was moved. Why? Because the club, once again, did not receive the necessary permits to play at Camp Nou. The new goalpost shifted to the first La Liga home game of the season against Valencia in September. Again, moved. In a move that symbolized the depth of the crisis, Barcelona was forced to host Valencia at their 6,000-seat training ground, a stadium that doesn't even meet the La Liga minimum 8,000 capacity rule, requiring a special exemption. And now, the most recent casualty. The Champions League match against Olympiacos on October 21st has been officially moved back to the Olympic Stadium. This isn't a single delay, it's a cascade of failures, a pattern that has left everyone asking, what is the invisible force stopping this return? The club's communication has been widely criticized. As one club member and journalist, Xavier Bosch, wrote, "This is proof of bad management and disrespect for the socios. Promises of a return were false and communication was cold. Illusion was sold, but reality shows chaos and improvisation." That force was revealed in a dry administrative finding from Barcelona City Council, and it centers on a danger no one saw coming.
The key to reopening lies in two crucial documents: the Certificado de Final de Obra, CFO, proving construction is complete, and the Licencia de Primera Ocupación, LPO, the first occupancy license that allows people inside. As of early October 2025, the club has not even been able to obtain the final CFO. Why? Because the latest City Council inspection revealed critical and frankly alarming flaws. The council found, and I quote, irregularities and shortcomings in safety, especially regarding evacuation routes. Let's be clear what this means. This isn't about the paint being the wrong shade of Blaugrana. This is about life and death. In an emergency, could the planned 27,000 people evacuate safely and quickly? The city's technicians, the experts, looked at the data and said no. Laia Bonet, Barcelona's first deputy mayor, has stated firmly that she will not speak about dates out of respect for the technicians. The city's position is a wall of bureaucracy, yes, but it's a wall built on the foundation of public safety. On the other side, club president Joan Laporta has insisted the stadium is ready. This is the central conflict: the club's urgency versus the council's unwavering caution. But what if the club's urgency isn't what it seems? What if behind the scenes there's a shocking financial calculation that makes this delay strangely advantageous?
On the surface, this delay is a financial nightmare. Every game away from Camp Nou is a massive loss. The club initially estimated that playing at the Olympic Stadium would cost them around 90 million euros per season in comparison to being at Camp Nou, with the final figure for the 2023-24 season reaching over 100 million euros. But look closer and you'll find a bizarre paradox that changes everything. The initial plan was to reopen Camp Nou with just 27,000 seats in Phase 1A. Meanwhile, their temporary home at the Olympic Stadium on Montjuïc can hold over 50,000 fans. For a high-demand match, they can get over 50,000 people in the door. So, which is more profitable? A half-empty Camp Nou or a packed Olympic Stadium? According to reports, the club is actively considering delaying the return until November for this very reason. By waiting just a few more weeks, they could open under Phase 1B, with 45,000 to 62,000 seats available. This would almost match Montjuïc's capacity, but with the premium experience and higher ticket prices of being home. So, the delay might be a strategic financial decision, using the permit issues as a public shield to buy time for a more profitable reopening. Yet, even if that's true, there is a 100 million euro ghost haunting the boardroom, a secret deal that depends entirely on opening those gates. Buried in the financial reports is a make-or-break deal. Last January, Barcelona announced they had sold future VIP box revenue for a staggering 100 million euros to investors from the Middle East. This cash is vital for the club to comply with La Liga's financial rules and register new players. But there's a devastating catch. La Liga will not register this money as income while Barcelona continue to play away from Camp Nou. This 100 million euros is in limbo, trapped behind the same closed gates as the fans. This creates an almost unbearable pressure to reopen, making any theory of a purely strategic delay far more complex. The financial incentives are pulling the club in two opposite directions at once: wait for a more profitable capacity, or rush to unlock 100 million euros in desperately needed cash. So, with financial forces pulling in both directions and the City Council refusing to budge on safety, when will it actually end? To understand that, we need to look back to the very first stone laid, to the original dream of Camp Nou. To truly appreciate the scale of today's challenge, we must look back. The original Camp Nou was itself a monumental gamble. It cost a staggering 288 million pesetas, a sum so large it plunged the club into debt for years. It was built to replace the too small Les Courts, driven by the excitement of a team led by the legendary Ladislau Kubala. Finally, On September 24, 1957, the Camp Nou was inaugurated. A solemn mass was held. The stadium was blessed by the Archbishop of Barcelona, and over 90,000 spectators witnessed the first ever match at the new ground, a friendly against a Polish side, which Barca won 4-2. The club had its new home, a symbol of a club dreaming big, even though work on the stadium was not entirely complete. Now, the club is attempting that same audacious dream again. The new Spotify Camp Nou is designed to be the largest and most modern stadium in Europe, but it's being built in phases. The roof, for instance, won't be installed until 2027. This phased approach is key to understanding the current situation. The club isn't waiting for a finished stadium. They are waiting for a safe and legally approved one, even if it's only partially complete. So, with all these forces colliding, safety, finance, and history, when will it actually end? The answer lies in a new date and a new hope.
After the roller coaster of delays, a new concrete target has emerged from the speculation. The club is now seriously aiming for a return after the November international break. The most likely candidate? The league match against Athletic Club. Why this date? It's the sweet spot. It allows for a return with a significantly higher capacity, making it financially viable and solving the paradox we discussed. It gives the club and the council more time to resolve all outstanding permit issues, and it provides a spectacular, emotionally charged fixture for a historic homecoming. However, it's crucial to remember, this is still a target, not a guarantee. The club's official statement remains that they are working on the new amendments that Barcelona City Council shared with the club. The ball, for now, is still in the city's court. But when the gates finally do open, it won't just be about a football match. It will be the culmination of a saga that has tested the patience of an entire global community. So, where does that leave us? The silence at Spotify Camp Nou is the result of a perfect storm. It's the immovable object of bureaucratic safety checks versus the irresistible force of financial necessity. It's a phased construction project of epic scale, clashing with the impatience of a global fan base. There is no single villain in this story. There are only competing priorities. The city is right to demand safety, the club is right to seek financial stability, and the fans are right to dream of coming home. The new target is set, November 2025. The hope is that the match against Athletic Club will finally mark the end of the exile. The world is watching. The pieces are on the board. The permits, the finances, the safety reports, and the unwavering passion of the coolers. The giant waits, silent for now, but ready to awaken. The wait continues.
But the financial storm battering this club runs even deeper than a delayed stadium. The same pressures that pushed them toward this €1.5 billion gamble have an older, more controversial origin. To fully understand the financial chaos at Barcelona, you need to go back to the beginning. Watch our previous investigation, the Neymar deal, how a €57 million signing became a €1 billion debt, to see the story of how one transfer is still destroying the club's finances today. The story continues there.